guys, and welcome back to the vlog. As you guys can hear from my voice, I am sick. This past couple of weeks in our household, we've had so many viruses run through us. We had RSV, ear infections, cold or flu, scarlet fever, all those things. So excuse my voice, but I still wanted to bring you guys along for a work day in my life because I haven't vlogged in quite some time for you guys, and I'm actually behind on content for this week. So we're just gonna bring you guys along for a true, real, raw day in my life. If you're new here, hi, I'm Ulyssia. I live in the Orlando area and I work from home as a corporate project manager. I'm a mom of 3 girls as well as a wife, and I like to share my life online with you guys, bring you guys along for my work days, and show you how I balance being a working mom, but also having hobbies on the side and just being able to fulfill the goals that I have set for myself outside of being a mom and a wife. I would love for you guys to subscribe if you haven't already and join the journey. But it is now 9:27. I logged on before I left to drop the girls off to school this morning to check my emails. There are a few things I need to follow up from yesterday, but in terms of calls for today, I only have about 3 calls today, which start at 10:30 and they end right around noon, which is actually great because I don't want to have to lead calls where I'm talking for the full 30 minutes, especially considering it feels like my voice is leaving me. Which is kind of ironic because I'm starting this vlog for you guys, but I am behind on content, so I wanted to bring you guys along for a day in my life anyway, regardless of me being sick. Journey is actually home with me today because Justin's grandmother wasn't able to watch her this morning. So Journey is home with me. She's actually out there watching Blippi. I'm gonna go check in on her in a little bit. Since my first call doesn't start until 10:30, I think I want to go and tidy up the living room a little bit. Last night I wasn't feeling too great, so I went to bed early and Justin put the girls to bed. But the living room is a mess. So I want to go tidy the living room and the kitchen area before I actually start my work day, just to make sure that the house is somewhat tidy and looking decent. So let's go and do that before we actually start our work day. Okay, so that was a quick cleaning session. It is now 10:10. So I'm gonna go ahead and officially get into my work day and get prepared for this first call today. I think I'm actually going to cancel it. It's just a peer-to-peer check-in with one of the senior project managers on my team that has been mentoring me. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just cancel. Why are you screaming? How may I help you? So the first meeting of the day is a peer-to-peer check-in with one of the senior PMs that has been mentoring me on contract modifications and full programs. So I think I'm going to cancel that meeting just to preserve my voice for the call that I do need to speak on. And then just get caught up on some admin work. I think that's what I want to do. Good news is that the meeting that I was supposed to get on at 10:30 and I had one directly after that, both have been canceled, which I'm really happy about because, as mentioned, my throat. I was just sitting here thinking one of the best tools that I have used thus far in my career as a project manager has been Copilot. I know you guys are aware of ChatGPT, but because of the company that I work for, we can't use ChatGPT. We can only use company-approved AI tools, and Copilot is one of them. When I tell you that Copilot is like now my bestie at work, literally, I'm in meetings that are very technical at times, and it's hard for me to try to listen to the conversation to understand what is truly going on and take notes at the same time. So I record every single meeting that I'm in, and I take that meeting transcript and I upload it to Copilot to kind of spit out some meeting notes for me and jot down action items and issues that may have come up on the call. And it has been a complete lifesaver. When I tell you, it makes my life so much easier as a project manager, especially when you're in those meetings where you have senior leadership on the call. You want to make sure your notes are as accurate as possible. So if you guys are not using that, I would definitely recommend that you do use some sort of tool to help make your life easier at work. Because I mean, why make it harder? Just use something that's going to make your time much better while you're at work. But because that call was canceled a while back on my Instagram page, I actually asked you guys if you had any questions that you wanted me to answer for you guys so I could do a Q&A. So this is not going to be a full Q&A. I guess this is like a little mini Q&A because there weren't many questions that came up, and most of the questions that were asked I've answered in previous videos. So I'll make sure I link those videos up in the cards for you guys that are related to project management. Some of the questions that I did get, which I thought were very good questions, let's see. The first question that I received is, what is your dream career / position? Honestly, I've been thinking about this a lot lately, especially since we're coming up on the new year and I'm setting my goals for 2025. I've always said that no matter where my content creation journey takes me, I'm still going to work full time. So a dream position for me would be one that allows me to technically be a full-time creator, but also still work my full-time corporate job so that I have an identity outside of being a creator, if that makes sense. I love what I do as a project manager. So I guess, becoming a senior project manager to get promoted and keep the same flexibility that I currently have with this role. I guess, I'm kind of where I would like to be already. It's just, I would, of course, like to be promoted and get that extra bump in pay. Another question that I received is, how do you find the balance to work, vlog, and be a mom and wife? And to be honest, this is something that I work on every single day. And that's the whole point of me starting my YouTube channel and my blog, so that I can share my journey of being able to balance working full time, but also still having my hobbies on the side. As a mom and a wife, one of the things that I've kind of baked into my daily routine is every single morning I spend time with my girls before we get ready to drop them off to school. And when they come home from school, there's also a block of time that I have on my calendar for me to spend time with them as well. And once the girls are in bed, my husband and I also have time where we can catch up from the day and, just rekindle towards the end of the day. Another question that I received is, what is the difference between product and project management? The key differences between a product and a project manager is the time frame that they're working on it. A product manager is going to continuously develop that product, whereas a project manager is going to come in for a set time frame. They're going to be limited to a specific scope of what they're actually managing. So that is the main difference between those two. And another question I received is, how is your fitness challenge going? So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I usually share to my stories the journey of me trying to complete the 75 sauce challenge for the third time. And I failed because I got sick, the girls were sick, and I just didn't work out. I know it's probably not a good excuse, but the kids were sick and I was just extremely tired because I was up with them sometimes, multiple times throughout the night to give them medicine or just to make them feel better. So ultimately, I did not complete the 75 salt challenge the third time around. So, and thinking back on it, it actually made me realize that me trying to do those type of challenges, knowing that I have a lot on my plate right now, is probably not the most realistic thing to do. However, there are certain habits from that challenge that I would continue to do, which of course is making sure that I'm drinking enough water each day, that I get some sort of movement in. My goal is to get at least minimum of 15 minutes of movement in each day. And yes, I move around throughout the house when I'm here and I'm working or whatever, but I really want to make it a habit to get outside every single day and go for a walk or a run, whatever the case may be. I actually want to move my body and track that time. So those are the things that I'm going to continue to do. It's just I'm not going to beat myself up if I can't get to it every single day because, you know, life happens or because my plate is just full. But again, going back to the goals for 2025, it is a major goal of mine to put my health first, and to focus on my wellness journey. So that is something that I'll be discussing with you guys in a video that's going to be coming up later this week. But it is a goal of mine to still continue to work towards being a better me and losing weight and just, you know, being overall healthy for the sake of my family. So, but with that being said, it is now 10:58 and I have a call at 11 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and hop on this call really quickly. And then I'm going to get some lunch and we're going to head to pick up Jelani from school. Wednesdays are always like weird days for me because Jelani gets out of school early on Wednesdays. Their school ends at 2:15. So I have to leave home mid workday to go and pick her up and then come back home and continue working. And it always throws me off a bit because, you know, I'm stopping what I'm doing to go and do something else and I have to like bring myself back in work mode, which is not always easy, especially since I've already been gone for a couple hours. But that's just the life of being a work from home mom that has to be flexible to be able to pick up and drop off the kids at school. What's up, guys? So it's a couple hours later and I'm officially done with all of my calls for today. Like I mentioned earlier, I only had about 3 calls that I actually needed to attend and 2 of them were canceled. So it was a good day today. It is now 3:11 and I just picked up the kids from school. So now we're going to head to Best Buy to pick up a new TV for them because for some weird reason, their room TV is not coming on and they usually sleep at night watching Bluey because they are afraid of the dark. We've tried night lights in their room. Nothing works. The only thing that really helps them go to sleep at night is keeping the TV on while they fall asleep with Bluey. And sometimes we'll put a timer on the TV for it to turn off. But if they wake up in the middle of the night, we turn it right back on for them. But I know it's bad,
Mommy,
but
Daddy,
that's the only thing.
Disney Bluey.
Okay, that's the only thing that really helps them sleep. So we're going to try to get to Best Buy before the rush hour traffic. I'm already dreading it. I'm starting to get a headache again because of this cold or whatever it is that I have. So let's try to make this a quick trip and get back home and start dinner. Hey guys, what's up? So I am finally back home and it is now 6:06. I feel like I've been on the road pretty much all day and I still need to go log back on to work for maybe about an hour or so. I do need to reschedule a call that was scheduled for tomorrow. I need to move it out to next week because we weren't able to get the data that we need to be able to have that conversation tomorrow. So it's a plus for me. I get to cancel, not really cancel, I get to move a meeting to the following week. But after we left Best Buy, we did have to go to Publix to pick up a few things to go with dinner tonight. And I'm actually going to try a new baked chicken recipe that I found on TikTok. So I'll let you guys know how it tastes. But I'll show you guys the recipe as I'm making it. But I'm going to quickly unpack the groceries and I'll do a quick grocery haul before I actually get started with cooking dinner for tonight. And I also need to pick up some more Theraflu because when I tell you that my sinuses right now, and when I was in the car, I felt like my voice was just coming in and out and my throat hurt so bad. So I bought some more Theraflu to help out with that. Hopefully all these symptoms are gone in a couple of days, but more Theraflu was definitely needed. But anyways, I don't want to ramble. I'm going to go ahead and unpack and start to cook dinner. Okay, so we got some cuties for the kids. I needed some bell peppers, the red and the green bell peppers. I got myself some ginger ale for my throat. These apples were actually BOGO in Publix, so I bought 2 of those. We got some more fruit for the girls. We have some cantaloupe, watermelon, and strawberries. And I got Justin and I the salads. The French bistro was actually BOGO, so that's why I have 2 of those. And I also have some Caesar. And I picked up the wrong one. But I picked up garlic powder instead of garlic salt. That was my bad. Some parsley flakes, chicken broth, chicken bouillon. I also bought some more minced garlic because I think we're running low on this. And some cornbread mix because I was craving cornbread. I know it's not the healthiest. But yeah, I know the cornbread is not the healthiest, but I was craving that today. So I'm going to make that for dinner tonight with the baked chicken. I'm thinking that for the girls, I'll probably make them some rice with some green beans on the side. And then Justin and I can have a salad with our chicken and rice. But yeah, because it is already 6 o'clock, I'm going to go ahead and get started on dinner because it's going to take some time for that to cook. What? And this is what it's looking like before it goes in the oven. I make some of this with some butter and some garlic, and I poured everything over the chicken to make it a little more juicy. Okay, so dinner is cooking and it should be done in like another half hour or so. So I was able to get ahead on the dishes for tonight and I washed the dishes. I'm trying to clean as I cook. That way I don't have so much to clean at the end of the night. And honestly, right now, I think I'm just going to relax and get caught up on some of my YouTube videos from my favorite vloggers and kind of set some goals for 2025. And I'm going to make a separate video on the goals that I'm setting for 2025. And I'll walk you through most of them, not all, because I do want to keep some of those goals to myself. But I'll share, excuse me, I'll share some of the goals with you guys just to help motivate you as well and give you some inspiration on some goals that you can set as well, especially being a working mom, because I know it's so hard to like just sit down and make time for ourselves and think about some of the goals that we want to achieve as an individual. So I'll walk you guys through my thought process behind some of those goals in that video that should be coming up later this week. So this is what dinner is looking like tonight. I made some cornbread, some rice with the vegetables, baked chicken, and some green beans. Something quick. I wanted to make something quick but balanced. So far the girls seem to really love the cornbread and the chicken. And Jalea's favorite is always rice. So I wouldn't be surprised if she asks for more rice as well. But I'm going to go ahead and eat dinner with the girls. Justin doesn't get off for another 30 minutes. So we're going to finish our dinner. And when they're done, I'll let them have their time with him before they have to get in bed at 8:30. So yeah, and after that, I'm pretty much going to wind down for tonight. I logged on to work for another hour or so, so I'm done working for tonight. The most I'll do tonight is edit the video that you guys are watching right now. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here. So if you guys like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next vlog.